Today, most of this region is covered with forests of pinyon pine and juniper. Yet 900 years ago, it was full of fields of corn, squash, and beans. Archaeologists believe the Anasazi supported 40 to 50,000 people in this area. Perhaps Larissa was right. Perhaps some of the Anasazi's water sources dried out, forcing them toward the seep springs. I'm imagining what it must have been like to move off the tops of the mesas and onto the sides of the cliffs. Talk about living on the edge. Think of the children and elderly on these cliff faces. And they did this throughout the Four Corners region, even in some of the most remote and desolate canyons. Why would the Anasazi make such a change, take such a risk? What could these massive stone walls offer them to make the move worthwhile? To answer these questions, I need to get my feet back on solid ground, where I can hike and explore some of the more isolated cliff dwellings. To help me get to these distant dwellings, I'm teaming up with Vaughn Haydenfeld. Vaughn is an accomplished mountaineer and local guide who knows these canyons and their Anasazi sites like the back of his weathered hands.
Hey, Vaughn? Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
How's it going?
It's going well. It's a beautiful day.
Good.
I heard you're the man who can show me some remote sites.
We might be able to find something out here.
You got one in mind?
Yeah, I do. I'll toss that rope in the back. And
Vaughn spent the last 20 years exploring the ruins of Utah's Cedar Mesa Plateau. He's played a critical role in the preservation and interpretation of many sites. He's excited to take me to one of his favorites.
Wait, hold on. This section here looks a little tough.
We drive in as far as we can go. The rest will be on foot.
Where we're going, is it pretty far out there?
yeah. And, you know, it's a fairly difficult route in there, so some nice yucca blooms there.
Vaughn tells me this plateau is cut by dozens of sheer, slick rock canyons where the Anasazi lived. We'll have to rappel to get down into one.
All right, here we are. See where we're headed?
All the way over there.
Yeah. Got that lower set of ruins up against the cliff face.
That's incredible.
Upper set of ruins right up in there. See?
Oh, right under that cliff.
Yeah, yeah.
That's unbelievable. People actually lived
Yes.
that high up.
Apparently so. You know, it's an amazing thing, but people were hunkered all over in these. This is kind of that final phase before the abandonment here. So people are getting defensive and they're starting to hunker into these little spots that have water.
They're defending the water.
I would think so. I mean, I think that's got to be part of what's going on. You know, that they're here, they've got these towers across here. If you look right across the canyon here, we have a tower.
Oh.
Another collapsed tower, you know, showing that they're in control of this little spring here.
Let's do it.
All right.
The watchtowers intrigued me. What were they watching for?
One thing that continues to blow me away every time I see these sites is, first of all, how well they blend in to the rocks around them. If you didn't know where to look, you can miss it like that. You would never see that thing. And second, why would they build on the face of a cliff? It seems like the worst place to be dragging rocks and making a shelter for the night. So have you used this tree as an anchor before?
No. Here.
Okay, seems okay to me.
I'm gonna
How far down is the drop?
Looks pretty far down there to me.
One of these days, I'll get used to doing stuff like this.
Hopefully the rope will get to the...
As long as our rope hits.
Rope. You know how to buckle it and all that? Have you used this kind of rappel device before?
No, I don't do a lot of rappelling.
Uh-oh. So, are you comfortable doing this?
The walking off the cliff part would be all right.
But you've never really...
I don't usually use a rope.
I thought you said you've rappelled.
Yeah, I have rappelled. I just don't usually tie myself in.
You feel I mean, you guys, this is your choice here. I mean,
They don't care if I die.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Thanks for good TV.
The trick is the
Do I tell you, I love you, Mom? Just in case you forgot.
the trick is the getting down to the bottom.
Have you rappelled down this section before?
No.
So you don't even know when I'm
I don't
fixing
do
it.
that. Yeah, I don't know what you're. But if you get hung up down there, there's not much I'm going to be able to do to help you.
You mean if my feet get over my head?
Yeah.
What else could happen?